Exclusive contract with Feilu Novel Network Novel. Honor. I, a full-time expert, am exposed by Jingjing. U2 has traveled through the world of film and television fusion of You Are My Glory since childhood, and finally awakened the King fusion system in a satellite malfunction. Unlock the mechanism technique of Master Lu Ban at the beginning, and perfectly solve the engine problem that hinders the deep space plan on the spot. Girlfriend Xiao Jingjing wants to practice gaming skills. Merge with the old master and become her devil coach. In the KPL performance competition, U2's ultimate maneuvers are unparalleled for 5 consecutive victories, directly defeating professional players. Xiao Jingjing. Stop pretending to be a showdown. U2 is my boyfriend and we've been together since high school. Guan said, the Deep Space God Search Plan, I will remember my first achievement at work. Ling Jie. I didn't expect teacher Yu's acting skills to be so good, just making a guest appearance in Qin Shi Huang and becoming so popular. Su Ji said, my mentality has collapsed. The business empire that I have been working for all my life is actually working for U2. Reporter. Scientists, educators, gaming experts, ancient martial arts masters. How many identities does teacher Yu still hide from us? Feilu Novel Network reminds you that this novel and its characters are purely fictional. If there are any similarities, they are purely coincidental and should not be imitated. Chapter 1. Hand-Pickable Stars, New Book Seeks Data. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 1. Hand-Pickable Stars, Xiaogua Aerospace Research Institute. Magic City Space Science Research Institute 158 Research Institute, a spot of light from deep space caused a sudden malfunction of a newly launched space orbiter. The technical hall of the 158 Research Institute suddenly became busy. At this moment, the aerospace designer was staring anxiously at the data uploaded from the big screen. This space orbiter has just been launched and has not yet reached its expected lifespan, but I didn't expect a sudden malfunction to occur now. Just as he was trapped at a loss, he suddenly realized that someone might have a way, so he patted the young man standing beside him on the shoulder and asked. U2, what do you have in mind? But after waiting for a long time, U2 still stood still in place without responding. At this moment, no one noticed that there was a glint of light in U2's eyes, as if they were filled with an entire sea of stars. After a long time, he realized that someone was calling him. And U2 finally made a move. The twinkling stars in his eyes also disappeared, and the spot of light in the universe disappeared without a trace. But as U2 regained his senses, his gaze remained somewhat bewildered and he murmured. What was that just now? Immediately afterwards, he lowered his head and glanced at the work permit hanging around his neck. MO-Do 158 Research Institute, Aerospace Designer. U Tuesday. At this moment, U2 seemed to wake up from a big dream. He suddenly remembered that he had traveled to this world many years ago. At this moment, the sound of the system came from U2's ear again. Host awakening detected, the King fusion system has been activated. Please claim a newbie reward. That voice again. Just now U2 had a moment of unconsciousness. It was because of this sound. And it almost occurs simultaneously with the abnormality of the detector, claim. U2 tried to say something in his heart and then closed his eyes. In the empty and boundless darkness, a bright light suddenly appeared before his eyes, and as the light rose from far to near, a glimpse of the Milky Way gradually bloomed in that light. U2's eyes were immediately filled with this vast sea of stars. At this moment, U2 couldn't help but be stunned by the scenery in front of him. He immediately reached out his hand and twisted a star with his fingertips. Just listen. To a pop, that star started to break apart on its own. Countless shining stardust instantly transformed into a star ring, surrounding U2's side. At this moment, an ethereal voice came from the starry dust and became increasingly clear. Institutions are the philosophy of numbers, and our weapon is the mind. This voice. Why is it a bit familiar? It's not like Tu Hui remembered where the sound came from. Subsequently, more and more voices came from the starry sea. The sword of the great river comes from the sky. In the process of strategizing, victory can be 1,000s of miles away. Use despair as a sword and forge the deceased as armor. Sneaking in the darkness, hunting in the light. At this moment, U2 finally remembered the origin of the sound, Master Lu Ban. Just as U2 was thinking, the sound of the system came again. Congratulations to the host for successfully integrating Master Lu Ban, unlocking the king-level proficiency of Master Lu Ban, and obtaining the hero title of Divine Craftsman. The sound fell, and U2 only felt a lot of exquisite knowledge emerging from his mind, so he began to flip through the vast sea of knowledge in his mind, not only his experience and insights into the creation of mechanisms, but also his exquisite and unparalleled mechanism techniques have already captivated him, truly worthy of being a divine craftsman. At this point, U2 even felt that the engine problem that had been hindering U2 and others in implementing the deep space plan would be easily solved with the assistance of these mechanisms. The deep space plan is not a fantasy. Where exactly is the problem? At this moment, Guan was still busy in front of the control panel. U2 Jin walked over and said, "Lao Guan, let me take a look." Immediately after, U2 began to operate under the gaze of everyone. The knowledge of Master Lu Ban in my mind has also been integrated with the knowledge mastered in U2's memory, and the light points that originally interfered with the detector have long disappeared. Now all you need to do is to restore the detector to normal operation. I saw U2 walking up to the control console and sending a signal to the detector. About 20 seconds later, the console received a signal from the detector. When everyone saw this, they immediately felt that there was a door. But the detector didn't react at all just now, did it? After confirming that the detector was partially restarted and entered power-saving mode due to external interference, which caused the malfunction, U2 issued several instructions in succession, turning off the power-saving mode and restarting the detector. At the same time, the various systems of the detector have resumed normal operation. The researchers saw that the data from the detector had returned to normal and excitedly said, "Guanbo, the detector system has returned to normal." Chapter 2. Different Developments, New Book Seeking Data. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 2. Different Developments. Upon hearing this, Guan couldn't help but breathe a sigh of relief, and with a smile on his face, he said to you Tuesday. "It's really strange. Why didn't we find the reason just now?" U2 chuckled and humbly joked. "Just a few minor issues, just restart it and it will be fine. Don't pretend, kid. After so many people tried for a while, there was no response at all. You restarted successfully as soon as you went up. How could there be such a coincidence?" At this point, upon seeing U2 Shang's manual operation, the detector returned to normal within 3 minutes. Other researchers in the research institute are also eyeing one after another. I didn't expect the new designer from the 158 Research Institute to be so talented. Especially when I saw U2's face, it immediately attracted the hearts of countless female researchers, and many male researchers couldn't help but feel jealous. Even if you look handsome, how can you still have such strength? It's simply unreasonable. Upon hearing everyone's admiration for him, U2 smiled humbly, but their gaze made him feel a little uneasy, and they turned to Guan Zai and said, "Lao Guan, I'll go out and get some air." Guan nodded in agreement, and U2 immediately walked out of the technical hall. At this moment, with a sigh of relief, U2 took out his phone and the push of a scarf instantly caught his attention. Shocked. Xiao Jingjing was brutally exposed by high school classmates, with a huge amount of information. U2 immediately clicked in, which was a screenshot of a long chat record. There are 3 general contents. Xiao Jingjing had a plastic surgery, but in high school, she didn't actually look good. My grades are terrible, and I only spent money to get into the key classes of the whole school, chasing the top male student in the class and being brutally rejected. Seeing this, U2 has already sneered at these fabricated false news. However, the female classmate praised U2 from head to toe in the chat records. He is said to be the top student in his class, the top student in the school, and a prominent figure in various competitions. Not only is he very handsome, but he also plays basketball and football well. What else is there? The male lead in idol dramas is better played by a handsome male star than by someone else. These things make you two feel a bit speechless. Why do you still have to step on it and hold it one by one? At this moment, you two flipped through his phone twice again and saw the news of Qiao Jingjing complaining to him. So many years have passed, why are there still your admirers who can't forget and expose my black material? Upon seeing this news, you two suddenly felt somewhat surprised. Why did he receive a message from Qiao Jingjing during this time period? You two couldn't help but think in his heart, and then the memories in his mind emerged again. At this moment, he suddenly realized in shock. Turns out I didn't refuse Qiao Jingjing's confession back then. And the two have been good since high school until now. Subsequently, countless memories flooded into you two's mind. It was an evening in high school when Qiao Jingjing shyly ran towards him and confessed to him, and I didn't refuse either, so, the two became lovers. Later, because Qiao Jingjing became a celebrity, both of them rarely spoke up. In addition, due to the need for confidentiality of one's own work, it has always been an undisclosed long-distance relationship. And now, you two has finally been transferred to the 158 Research Institute in the Magic City, and has arrived in the same city as Qiao Jingjing. So, I'll be able to see Jingjing soon. At this moment, Qiao Jingjing, who had just dressed up to attend an award ceremony and got into the nanny car, complained to Yutufa through a message. Economic person Ling Jia also took out her phone, clicked on the Weibo account that revealed the news, and handed it to her, saying, "Jingjing, you see, our fans have already taken control of the comments section, and now the comments section is mostly criticizing her for lying." At this moment, Qiao Jingjing's female assistant Xiao Zhu also spoke up and asked, "Jingjing, these messages are true and false. Have you really pursued the male god of academic excellence and been rejected? It's impossible, isn't it?" Upon hearing assistant Xiao Zhu's question, Agent Ling chose to remain silent, but Qiao Jingjing said generously, "They are all fake. She said I wasn't pretty before, but in fact, I've always been incredibly beautiful. She said my academic performance is not good, jokingly, at least I graduated from the 211 program. As for what she said about the top male student in our class, it's all true." As Qiao Jingjing spoke, the image of you two came to mind again, and she couldn't help but murmur somewhat absent-mindedly. "He is really handsome and has good academic performance, which is recognized as the school grass in our school." "So you were rejected?" Assistant Xiao Zhu continued curiously. "Of course not," Qiao Jingjing smiled proudly. Agent Ling was a bit puzzled when she saw Qiao Jingjing's expression. "I couldn't help but think to myself, can you two really be so excellent?" Of course, she only heard Qiao Jingjing mention it before, although she was aware of Yutu's existence, she had never seen Yutu herself. At this moment, Agent Ling took another look at the Weibo hot search list. She suddenly exclaimed in surprise, then placed her phone in front of Qiao Jingjing and said, "Jingjing, look, this black material hasn't finished yet, and then there's another one. Someone has recorded your game video online." Chapter 3. Preparation for Special Training, New Book Seeks Data. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 3. Preparation for Special Training. Qiao Jingjing looked up and found that it was her own game of playing Xiao Qiao. Someone recorded a video and posted it online. In the picture, Xiao Qiao was not only crazily killed by Daji alone, but also ran to fight against the dragon with residual blood. In the end, he was slapped to death by the dragon. And what is the level of copywriting for video pairing? Gaming experts. The spokesperson for King of Glory. At this point, the topic of Qiao Jingjing's character collapse in the game has been topped the hot search list. Upon seeing the video that had already been trending, Qiao Jingjing whispered, "Ah, can the game still record screens?" At this moment, Agent Ling couldn't help feeling anxious and said, "Many celebrities want to compete for the endorsement of King of Glory, let alone director Li's next movie called Truth." The female lead was already about to win, but now this situation has arisen. Just then, Ling's phone rang again. It was the official call from the king's side. The other party briefly asked about the video and finally got to the main point. About a month later, we will have an annual award ceremony, and let Jingjing play an entertainment performance competition at the annual ceremony. This way, the rumors will not be refuted. And it's just an entertainment competition, there's no need to worry about winning or losing, unless Jingjing really. Agent Ling glanced at Xiao Jingjing, who nodded and agreed first. Upon hearing Xiao Jingjing's agreement, Ling Jie stopped talking about anything else and had to reluctantly say. Okay, we agree. That's good, the person in charge on the other end of the phone continued. Of course, we don't trust Jingjing, but let Jingjing spend as much time as possible practicing her skills during this period. Otherwise, if it were really, we would also be very embarrassed. Immediately after, Ling Jie made a few polite remarks to the other party and hung up the phone. She turned her head and said to Xiao Jingjing. Jingjing, your promise is a bit impulsive. How should we practice in this month's time? But Xiao Jingjing didn't pay attention. Her emotions were a bit lost, and her thoughts were already focused on another matter. Ling Jie, I rarely add people I'm not familiar with on WeChat. Agent Ling saw Xiao Jingjing's lonely appearance and comforted her with some heartache. Don't worry, I will definitely inquire about this matter, but the most important thing now is to first improve my skills. I need to find a game coach for you first. This person not only needs to play the game well, but also needs to be reliable to avoid being exposed by others. Speaking of which, Ling suddenly remembered something and said. Hey, Jingjing, my husband Aguo is just playing king. He still holds the rank of king. Why don't you let him teach you? Although he didn't play very well, teaching you a beginner should be enough. That settled, the driver turned around and went to my house. At this moment, Xiao Jingjing, who was only focused on confiding in you two, casually responded with a sentence. She had already explained the cause and effect to you two on her phone, and finally sent a message. I'm going to Ling's house for a special training. Well, good. At the same time, U2 has already changed his clothes and left work. Just as he came out of the 158 Research Institute, a voice came to his mind. The next location for King's Fusion has been unlocked. Host, please choose whether to sign in and reward Eternal Ming. Old Master. U2 glanced at the destination and it happened to coincide with the place he wanted to go, so he took a taxi and walked towards Ling's house. No problem, no problem. Just give me the crystal and you can rest assured. Ling Jie's husband Aguo, who understood the whole story, patted her chest and promised. Although I am a king with 0 stars, I have always been tricked by my teammates, which is why I am stuck here. Every time my ranked teammates either give me a ride or hang up, it makes me fall back to the stars after hitting the king twice, and then I have to hit again. Otherwise, at my level, I would have been the 50-star glory king long ago. Really, Ling, your husband is so amazing. Xiao Jingjing asked in some surprise. Harm, go up. A country, whose strength has been recognized, confidently said. Xiao Jingjing was about to open her phone when Ling Jie promptly dissuaded her. Hey, you're still planning to use the original number. Speaking, Ling took out a competition-specific phone model from her bag and handed it to Xiao Jingjing. In the future, you can use this phone to play, become proficient in the field, and use it for regular competitions. Also, create a new account. Xiao Jingjing thought for a moment and suddenly remembered the penguin account she had registered for in order to catch up with 2 before, so she immediately logged in. Can you pick cotton with your hands? This name. It's quite laborious. Aguo couldn't help but murmur when he saw the game name Xiao Jingjing had chosen. After logging into the account, Xiao Jingjing has entered the beginner's tutorial. Aguo also took this opportunity to explain to Xiao Jingjing one by one the basic mechanisms such as the blood pool, soldier line, and defense tower. However, looking at Xiao Jingjing's appearance, he didn't seem to remember much, so Aguo comforted him. It's okay, I'll get familiar with you while you're fighting. At this moment, Assistant Xiao Zhu opened the door with 2 packages and ran in excitedly. Jingjing. I just met a particularly handsome guy downstairs. Chapter 4. Long Separation and Reunion, New Book Seeks Data. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 4. Long Separation and Reunion, what kind of handsome guy can excite you like this? Seeing Xiao Zhu's reaction so intense, Ling couldn't help feeling a little curious. At this moment, Xiao Zhu still excitedly said. He's really handsome, even more handsome than a male celebrity in an idol drama. He should still be downstairs now. Ling, would you like to come down and take a look? Maybe you can sign him. Harm, you can easily come across handsome guys on the street who are even more handsome than idol dramas. I don't believe it. Just then, a sudden knock came from the door. Assistant Xiao Zhu was about to open the door when she was stopped by her agent Ling. You just ran up and took a break, I'll go open the door. Ling walked towards the door as she spoke, and when she pushed open the door, she saw the appearance of the man standing at the door. Even agents who have worked with numerous male celebrities like her couldn't help but feel a bit surprised. Really handsome. After staying for a while, Ling Jie finally asked. You. Who are you looking for? However, at this moment, Ling's inner monologue was. Sign him, sign him. I'm looking for Jingjing. Is she there? And at this moment, Xiao Jingjing, who was sitting on the sofa enjoying the beginner's tutorial, heard a sound coming from the door. She was momentarily stunned, her phone in her hand not being held firmly, and she also fell onto the coffee table, and Aguo, who was still explaining the game rules to Xiao Jingjing seriously, was startled when he heard the sound of his phone falling on the coffee table. Hey! Jingjing! What's wrong with you? Aguo, who noticed something was wrong with Xiao Jingjing, asked with confusion. However, Xiao Jingjing seemed to have not heard him speak. She stood up quickly and ran towards the door, not even bothering to put on her slippers. Ling Jie heard the sound and turned her head to look. When she saw Xiao Jingjing's tender and white feet stepping on the ground, she couldn't help but feel a little heartbroken and said. Jingjing, why did you run over without even wearing shoes? What if you catch a cold? At this moment, Xiao Jingjing's tears had already swirled in her eyes. After suppressing her grievances for so long, she was finally able to confide in this man face to face. Jingjing, I'm here, Yu2 said slowly. Xiao Jingjing's eyes were red and she threw herself into Yu2's arms. Hey! Ling was taken aback by the commotion, and her assistants Xiao Zhu and Aguo ran over when they heard the commotion. Upon seeing this, Xiao Zhu was also surprised. She immediately recognized Yu2, then he excitedly said to Ling Jie. Ling Jie, this is the handsome guy I just met downstairs. As Xiao Zhu spoke, he suddenly seemed to remember something, and then he suddenly realized. Oh. He can't be the academic genius that Jingjing was exposed online, can he? Upon hearing this, Sister Ling also realized that he was Jingjing's boyfriend. Seems to feel the gaze of others, Xiao Jingjing slipped off Yu2 with some reluctance. She pouted cute and pretended to be angry, asking. Why didn't you tell me in advance when you came? I just arrived at the Magic City today, got off the plane and headed straight to the Research Institute. I just finished dealing with some affairs in the sky. Can you also tell me in advance where you are? Xiao Jingjing still pouted and complained. I just wanted to give you a surprise, I'll definitely tell you next time. At this moment, Aguo, who felt like the two of them couldn't finish chatting for more than 20 minutes, interrupted. Alright, let's not stand at the door anymore. Let's go in first, okay? Ling Jie also realized at this moment and quickly let Yu2 into the room. And as Tu stepped into the room, the stars hidden in his eyes reappeared once again. Immediately after, Yu2 felt like he was in the vast Milky Way, surrounded by countless stars. Congratulations to the host on arriving at the fusion site, reward Eternal Ming. Old Master. As the sound of the system came, in Yu2's eyes, a star fell like a shooting star in front of Yutu's eyes. Yutu immediately reached out his hand and twisted the star with his fingertips. Just listen to a pop. The stars once again crumbled and shattered into dust, shining brightly around the side of the path. At this moment, an old and thick voice came from the starry dust. Heaven does not give birth to a master, and eternity is like a long night. Congratulations to the host for successfully integrating Lafuzi. Unlock the Lafuzi King level proficiency, obtain the hero title, Eternal Brightness, and unlock the special title, Sage. At the same time, countless profound philosophies and cautionary sayings had already emerged in Yutu's mind, as if every sentence could enlighten the world. Congratulations to the host for unlocking the skill, Saint's Precept, which greatly improves their ability to educate others and also enhances the learning ability of those around them. The Saint's Precept. Upon hearing this skill introduction, Yutu couldn't help but think. With this skill, wouldn't it be easy to make Jingjing reach the level of a king within a month? Just as Yutu was pondering, Ling Jie saw him still staring at the door and spoke up, "Hey, why are you still staring at the door? Come in quickly." Yutu, who had regained his senses, responded and immediately entered the room at the invitation of Sister Ling. New books for collection. Begging for flowers. Please give me a reward. You are listening at novelfull.audio. New books for collection. Begging for flowers. Please give me a reward. The first day grades of the new book are very important. I hope readers who enjoy reading this book can provide great support. Thank you very much. Also, this book guarantees a minimum of 4 updates every day. 1,000 flowers and 1 more change. 500 review votes plus 1 update. 10 people reward and 1 watch. 50 comments plus 1 update. Chapter 5. Battle for Coach Qualification. You are listening at novelfull.audio. At this moment, Yutu, who had entered the room, naturally sat with Jingjing, seeing that the phone on the coffee table, which had not yet been locked, still displayed the game interface of King of Glory. Yutu spoke up and asked. Are you training? Agent Ling nodded awkwardly and said. It's rare for you to meet, why don't I give Jingjing a day off and you guys find a place to have a good time? Have a good time. Jingjing's face turned red with a thud. However, Ling Jie's husband Aguo clearly did not have enough of the coach's addiction and interrupted. Hey! That's not possible. My coach has just started working, so I can't just hang myself here on the first day. Upon hearing this, Yutu also spoke with reason. It's okay, I've been transferred to the Magic City and I'll have a lot of time to spend with Jingjing in the future. Since you have plans, today's focus will still be on training. Brother Yu is still right. Since Brother Yu has said so, I will give guidance to Jingjing again today. Speaking, Aguo picked up his phone, looked at the hero interface, and said to Jingjing. Jingjing, you are a beginner. If you want to reach the level of being able to play within a month, I suggest you play as an assistant and follow the shooter throughout the entire process. It's not only simple, but also irresponsible. Upon hearing Aguo's analysis, Yutu couldn't help but say. Newcomers can indeed start with auxiliary training, but auxiliary training is not simple. They have to take on the responsibility of opening a team and protecting the back row. If the timing of opening a team is not right, losing a team battle in the later stage can basically determine the defeat. Moreover, the assistant must have a certain ability to control the overall trend, and be responsible for reminding each other of the opponent's movements in the wilderness when their own output is focused on alignment. As soon as these words were spoken, even Ling Jie and Xiao Zhu, who usually don't play games much, inexplicably felt that what Yutu said was very reasonable, and when Tu speaks, the whole person seems to emit a radiance, which is so attractive. Assistant Xiao Zhu looked at Yutu's face foolishly, and almost fell several times. At this moment, Aguo unconsciously nodded in agreement upon hearing the words, and then curiously asked. Hey, Brother Yu, so you've also been exposed to the game King. U2 nodded and replied. Well, I also played for a while. Yo. Aguo suddenly became interested and asked, so what rank are you in? Diamond, U2 recalled for a moment. Previously, U2 didn't play games very often, so he didn't enter the rank. Harm, to be honest with you, my rank is slightly higher than yours. I'm a sporadic king. How about playing 2 sets with me first? Upon hearing Aguo's proposal, Agent Ling immediately exclaimed urgently. Hey! Don't forget the main thing, Aguo. I asked you to help Jingjing train. Why did you play on your own first? Aguo smiled obsequiously and said. Wife, practice leads to true knowledge. Besides, instead of me constantly talking about the rules next to me, it's better to let Jingjing watch us fight a few times. Isn't that understandable? Upon seeing this, Xiao Jingjing immediately spoke up to maintain the starting point of the road. Aguo Gu, U2 is usually busy with work and doesn't have time to play games. Don't bully him. Jingjing, it's okay. U2 Hui gave Xiao Jingjing an indifferent look and then said to Aguo. Since you want to play, I'll play 2 games with you. Okay, go up. Aguo couldn't help but feel a little excited when he saw tying. He had long wanted to show his face well in front of his wife, and at the same time, he was full of confidence in himself. Are you joking? The king plays diamonds, crossing 2 large sections. Can we still lose? But at this moment, he couldn't see any expression on U2's face. Aguo couldn't help but wonder, isn't he afraid of losing and losing face to himself? After logging into the game, the 2 of them reported their IDs on the way and searched for friends in Aguo to add them. Jade Rabbit pounding medicine. Alright, I added it. 1v1 room was established, and without hesitation, U2 accepted the room invitation sent by Aguo. Immediately entering the hero selection interface, Aguo hesitated for a while before finally choosing the archer hero Ho-E, one of his skilled heroes. However, just as he clicked confirm, the system had already entered the loading interface. It seems that U2 has already chosen the hero, Old Man. Aguo looked at the hero selected by U2 on the loading interface and couldn't help but laugh. Jingjing, you keep an eye on me. Ho-E, who I'm playing with, is a marksman, while Old Master is a warrior with no movement, which is commonly known as short legs. Look at how my hand looks when it comes to kite flying. Kite. Xiao Jingjing, who was sitting next to Tu, leaned into Tu's ear and asked in confusion, what does kite mean? Isn't it flying in the sky? U2 felt the warm breeze blowing in his ear and explained. In the game, the meaning of kite is that the archer relies on the advantage of their hand length to pull the hero with short legs. If the hero with short legs hesitates between counterattack and escape, they will constantly be kite. Oh, so that's it. Xiao Jingjing nodded in confusion. At this point, the system loading is complete and the 2 have entered the 1v1 competition screen. Ho-E, controlled by Aguo, bought a pair of shoes at the beginning of the game, and then he walked towards the middle while opening the equipment interface to check the equipment from the beginning. He originally thought that U2 would choose to go out with armor and then switch to armor shoes. However, when he saw U2's first piece of equipment, he couldn't help but be a bit stunned. Good guy, starting with a speed dagger, is it so fierce? Chapter 6. Do you say this is a diamond? You are listening at novelfull.audio. Immediately after, Xiao Jingjing began to look seriously at U2's game interface. The 2 people in the game have also met along the middle line of the army. At first, Ho-E, who was controlled by Agua, had some probing and was worried that the old master would confront him hard, so he cautiously wandered behind the military line for a while, but after waiting for a while, I saw that U2 was a bit far away from him, and there was no appearance of going forward and fighting against him. As soon as I wanted to level 1, Aguo has just directly activated a skill to clear the line. The passive punishment shooting of stacked Ho-Ye's early attack speed is not slow, let alone the damage of split arrows. Quickly, the first wave of troops was consumed by Ho-E, while Ho-Ye's troops only had the remaining blood of the first melee soldier. At this time, U2 still did not resist Hou Yi's damage and ate the weapon line, but waited quietly for the weapon line to enter the tower. Watching the damage from the troops entering the tower about to hit this bloody melee soldier, U2 then controlled the old man to come forward and level A, filling in the first remaining blood soldier, Jingjing. The most important aspect of the game, King of Kings, is economy. Remember to replenish the remaining blood soldiers so that you can earn more money. As U2 replenished his troops, he spoke to Qiao Jingjing beside him. After understanding, Qiao Jingjing nodded and immediately asked, drawing analogies. What other way can we get the economy? Kill the hero on the opposite side, U2 Xiao said. At this time, U2 continued to level A's remaining 2 soldiers, and Aguo also seized the opportunity and constantly consumed it from afar, as he watched U2, who was being pinned down by the tower to reinforce his troops. Aguo couldn't help but smile proudly. At the end of the day, it's just a diamond level, isn't it, being suppressed by oneself? However, before he could finish laughing, U2 had already finished the first wave of troops and promoted them to level 2, and U2, who had lost 1/3 of his health, did not retract back to the bottom of the tower, but instead, taking advantage of the passivity that was about to stack up, he directly approached and engaged in a close battle with Hou Yi. Upon seeing this, Aguo immediately activated a skill to stand up and masturbate the old man, thinking to himself. He has already been consumed to this extent, even a warrior cannot escape death. And at this moment, the old man had already walked onto Hou Yi's face, under precise passive control. With just 2 draws, my passive bar was full. At this point, the cooldown of one of Hou Yi's skills has also improved. Upon seeing the situation on the way, he took the opportunity to activate the second skill and continue to stand and fight with Hou Yi. At present, the old man who is passively accumulating is no slower in attacking than Hou Yi. The 2 skills activated not only make the damage caused by Hou Yi feel like scraping, but also rebound the general attack damage caused by Hou Yi quickly. In the first battle, Hou Yi not only failed to kill the old master, but also lost his own blood. Aguo turned around and wanted to run when he saw the situation was not good, but before he could take 2 steps, he was pulled back by U2's 1 shot, 1 skill, Saint's Admonition. Hou Yi could only reluctantly dodge and try to save his life. However, brushing. I saw 2 golden lights flashing almost simultaneously on the screen. U2 flashed even faster than him, and also stopped in front of him. Is this the reaction speed of diamonds? Aguaxindo finished with a sound, and I saw that the old man had flattened it twice again, taking away the remaining blood of Hou Yi. Before the screen turned black and white, Aguo helplessly played the newly cooled second skill, Sunset Afterglow. The first drop of blood. Looking at the blood broadcast on the screen, Qiao Jingjing couldn't help but clap her hands and say, "Great, U2, you won the game. Wow, 300 gold coins. A person's head is really valuable. This is just an additional bonus of 1 health. After playing for a long time, you will find that sometimes the head is not as valuable as the pawn line." Upon hearing U2's words, Qiao Jingjing said thoughtfully, "Oh, it turns out like this." Upon seeing this, Agent Ling also joked to Aguo. "Husband, aren't you the king? Why did someone take the blood first?" Aguo smiled awkwardly and said, "I underestimated the enemy, but I haven't lost yet. The 1.1 rule depends on who pushes down the tower first." At this moment, U2, who had taken a drop of blood, took advantage of Hou Yi's resurrection to kill the river crab. Following that, we finished the second wave of troops and reached level 3 first. At this moment, Aguo followed the third wave of troops and arrived slowly. This time, Aguo learned to be obedient and did not directly go up to fight. Instead, he huddled in a position not far from the defense tower to clear his troops, but in the end, there is still one last ranged soldier left. Hou Yi's general attack distance was almost the same, so he could only move forward and move his position. However, upon seeing the situation on the way, he immediately replaced the remaining blood soldiers around him. Following closely, a ray of light flashed by, and the old man reached level 4 first. At this point, U2's money was already Enough to buy a pair of shoes for the old man. Yutu bought equipment on his left hand and upgraded his skills on his right hand. Immediately, a 3-skill Saint's Might raided and placed Hou-yi under the street lamp. "It's broken," Aguo couldn't help but shout. He didn't expect Yutu to be promoted to level 4 at this time. Seeing that he couldn't escape, he could only point out 1 or 2 skills and fight hard with Yutu under the street lamp. But the next second, he realized something was wrong. Why is Yutu's old master attacking so fast? After a few pings, they saved up the passive, not only avoiding damage, but also dealing outrageously high damage. Before the time for the old man's ultimate move had passed, Hou-yi died with resentment under the street lamp. Aguo's mobile phone screen has once again turned black and white. At this moment, Aguo's face looked a bit ugly. He opened the equipment interface again and saw Yutu's first piece of equipment at a glance: attack speed shoes. "Are you really not considering me at all?" Chapter 7. This is an actor. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. At this point, the mentality of Aguo, who had died twice in a row, was also a bit explosive. You should know that dying twice in a row in a solo battle is fatal, unless there is complete hero restraint in some fights. Otherwise, there is no other place to supplement the economy, and under the huge economic gap, one can only slowly endure under the sleazy tower until the later stage to have the opportunity. However, after witnessing the big scene, he quickly calmed down and coughed twice, pretending to be calm, saying, "Brother, you played well. I won't let you down from now on." Immediately after, Hou-yi was resurrected, and Yutu also went home to replenish his state. This time, a country is particularly cautious. However, Yutu stood behind his long-range troops and did not approach to clear the line. At this moment, Jingjing leaned into Yutu's ear and whispered, "Yutu, didn't you say that supplementing troops has economic benefits? Why don't you go up and supplement troops?" Yutu also lowered his voice and answered with a smile. "This is called control line. If he can't resist it later, he will naturally come out of the tower." As expected, Aguo, who was originally at the bottom of the tower, saw that the old man was still a bit far away from him, so he slightly stepped out of the defense tower and planned to use his hand-length advantage to clear the line. "Look, the opportunity has arrived," Yutu said to Jingjing. Before Yutu finished speaking, the next second, a golden light flashed by. The old man controlled by Yutu made a big flash and crossed the military line to tie up Hou-yi. The speed is so fast that a country has no chance to react. Hey. Why did you come up and tie me up?" Upon seeing this, Aguo still wanted to run towards the tower. However, the range of the tower circle only overlaps with the range of the old master's ultimate move in a small area. Although Hou-yi stepped into the range of the defense tower, the tower could not hit the old man at all. I can only watch helplessly as I am beaten to pieces by the old man. Amidst Aguo's panic, he pressed a flash and collided with the edge of the street lamp. Watching helplessly the tower circle within reach, Hou-yi once again drank his hatred and died, and this time, too did not leave any more opportunities for a country, and directly led his troops to point out the defense tower. Seeing the words, "failure," on the screen, Aguo awkwardly defended himself. Cough cough, this crispy hero who was surrounded by me is dead. "Brother, let's have another round, this time I'll use Jingjing." Yutujian saw that Aguo was not willing to accept defeat, nor did he refuse. Instead, he whispered to Jingjing beside him. "Jingjing, did you see anything in this match?" I need to go home with my remaining blood. If I can't fight, I'll hide under the tower. I can't rush out to replenish my troops, otherwise I'll be easily caught by the opponent." "Not bad, you have great intelligence," Yutuchong said as he looked at Jingjing indulgently. Jingjing smiled playfully and said, "No, it's all because you taught well." Cough cough. Feeling like they were about to kiss after just a few more words, Agent Ling couldn't help but interrupt. "Aguo, you still want to use Jingjing, isn't it a bit bullying?" Ling Jia naturally knew that Jingjing was also a signature hero of Aguo. However, upon hearing Ling's words, Aguo immediately retorted. I bullied him. Wife, I was just pinned to the ground. As Aguozhang spoke, he immediately looked up and met Ling's gaze. Under the gaze, Aguo immediately felt the killing intent in Ling's gaze. Aguo's voice is getting quieter and he dare not say more. We can't lose any more this time. It would be too embarrassing for the king to be bullied by diamonds. Aguo thought to himself that the two of them had once again entered the hero selection interface. He confirmed Cheng Yaojin without any accidents, and you two once again took out the old man. This time, there are two close combat heroes. You two did not wait for the line of soldiers to enter the tower like the previous one, but took the initiative to attack and grab the second level. Upon seeing the situation, Aguo learned the second level skill and engaged in intense spinning. He stepped forward and followed Tupping A. At this moment, Aguo thought to himself. Are you going to fight me hard? Cheng Yaojin, the lower his health, the higher his damage, right? However, by working hard, you two had already advanced to level 2 first, and Cheng Yaojin's first wave of troops still had one ranged soldier left to fight. Cheng Yaojin, who was busy hitting people, lost half of their health after a fierce spin. Stacked with passive old men's crutches, they knocked faster and faster. As he reached the killing line, Cheng Yaojin wanted to run, only to realize that he had not yet learned one of his skills of escaping life, and in order to fight fiercely against the line, coupled with absorbing the experience of the previous one flashing in place under the old man's street lamp, so his summoner skills in this game are about slaying rather than flashing. In the end, accompanied by an old master's skill of sage admonition, the residual blood Cheng Yaojin, who had just run 2 steps down the tower, was dragged back. The first drop of blood. Aguo's screen has once again entered the countdown to resurrection. The screen is black, and Aguo's face is also black. These two games were won by you two at the beginning, which inevitably made Aguo doubt his life. In the following match, Old Master was the first to advance to level 4, he forced Cheng Yaojin to leave the experience zone, not even giving him a chance to advance to level 4. Quickly, the battle ended and Aguo lost another game. Agent Ling was pleasantly surprised to see you two win 2 consecutive games and said. Oh, Jingjing, I didn't expect your boyfriend's skills to be so good. Why don't you let him teach you? It's more convenient. Before Xiao Jingjing could answer, you two agreed first. It's also good. At the same time, a smile appeared on U2's face. What? Aguo understood the smile on U2's successful conspiracy when he saw it. Is that why he played the role of a pig and ate a tiger with me? Will my newly appointed coach be laid off soon? This is an actor. Hey. Chapter 8. Happy Dreams. You are listening at novelfull.audio. However, before Aguo could express his complaints, he held them in his mouth. At this point, Aguo's brain has already taken the initiative to free up for U2. Not to mention, U2's operation is indeed good, and his reaction speed is also very fast. I also have a good grasp of some details, not at all like the level of a diamond. If he were to teach Jingjing, perhaps it would be better than what he taught. Moreover, he is still a couple, and teaching at home is always more convenient than running all the way to him. These thoughts involuntarily surfaced in Aguo's mind. After thinking for a while, Aguo nodded and agreed. That's great. Upon seeing this, Xiao Jingjing blinked her eyes and agreed. Then, Coach Yu, I'll work hard for you in the future. Seeing that everyone had agreed to let him coach Xiao Jingjing, Yu too continued. Since it's getting late, I'll take Jingjing home first. What? As soon as these words were spoken, the other 4 people present were somewhat surprised. Is it getting late? Do you call it late at night at 8 o'clock? Oh, brother Yu, why are you in such a hurry? Why don't you have a late-night snack before leaving? As Aguo spoke, he gave you two a meaningful look. However, before two could answer, Agent Ling Jie spoke up. All right, give them some time for their long-lost and reunited little couple, but wait for me. Agent Ling said, quickly ran to the living room, and then ran back. I saw her holding 2 unopened masks in her hand and saying, "If you two go out together in the future, this will be the standard configuration. Coach you, I have already left Jingjing free for the next month. Just let Jingjing stay at home and practice games. Don't worry, Sister Ling. With me around, Jingjing will definitely be fine." You two gave a reassuring smile and replied, "Yeah, Ling, you can rest assured. With the coach around, I'm sure there's no problem." Xiao Jingjing also playfully said at this moment. "That's good," Ling nodded and said. "Then we'll go back first." After speaking, you two took Xiao Jingjing's hand and left Ling Jie's house. The two of them got into the car, and you two comforted Xiao Jingjing while listening to her complain about the hard work of filming and the loneliness of being exposed twice for no apparent reason. Quickly, the car had already arrived at the downstairs of Xiao Jingjing's apartment. And at the same time as two stepped into Xiao Jingjing's apartment, the stars hidden in his eyes reappeared once again. You two is once again immersed in the vast Milky Way, surrounded by countless stars. The sound of the system also comes simultaneously. Congratulations to the host for signing into Xiao Jingjing's apartment for the first time, and reward Xiaoyao Fantasy. Zhuangzhou. With the sound of the system, a star swam in front of you two like a swimming big fish. You two immediately reached out his hand and twisted the star with his fingertips. Just listen to a pop. The stars once again shattered into dust and surrounded you two's side. At this moment, a ethereal and gentle voice came from the starry dust. "The butterfly is me, I am the butterfly." Congratulations to the host for successfully integrating Zhuangzhou. Unlock the king level proficiency of Zhuangzhou, obtain the hero title, Xiaoyao Fantasy Dream, and unlock the special title, Dream Butterfly. At the same time, various magnificent or eerie fantasy scenes emerged in you two's mind, some even so beautiful that he could not describe them. These are all dreams created by people. You two even felt that by casually bringing out these scenes and stories from his dreams, he could write a stunning and moving story. Congratulations to the host for unlocking the skill to dream, which allows them to enter the dreams of nearby sleeping people and weave dreams for them. Weaving dreams. Dreaming. Isn't it possible for oneself to do as one pleases in the world of dreams? Just as Yutu was thinking, Xiao Jingjing turned to look at Yutu and asked. "Yutu, what's wrong with you?" "Oh, it's nothing." Upon hearing this, Yutu temporarily put aside the idea of seeking advice on aerospace technology from foreign predecessors in his dream and followed Xiao Jingjing into the room. The two immediately sat on the sofa. Xiao Jingjing seemed to notice that the atmosphere was gradually becoming a bit subtle, so she quickly spoke up and said. "Cough cough, inside, it's still early. Why don't we play 2 games first?" "Okay," you two nodded and responded gently. Xiao Jingjing then opened the king and logged into her account. Hand-picked cotton. And Yutu also took out his phone and opened the game, logging into his account. Jade Rabbit Taming Medicine. At this point, Xiao Jingjing's friend list only had a lonely Jade Rabbit Taming Medicine, because in this account, she only has one friend, Yutu. And on the other side of the road, it suddenly became lively. 3 game invitations were sent to him in a row. Yutu smiled and shook his head, then casually clicked in one. The 3 people were gathered in a room, waiting for their journey. "A friend invited me to play a game, I'll bring you in first." After Yutu finished speaking, he also pulled hand-picked cotton into the room. As soon as Xiao Jingjing entered the game room, she heard one of the people say. "Yutu. Where did you die? You can't come back tonight. P.S. Seeking flowers, seeking evaluation tickets, and seeking all data support. Thank you all." Chapter 9. The bed has been warmed up, and what about you? You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Upon hearing this strange conversation, Xiao Jingjing felt a bit confused for a moment. Before Xiao Jingjing could ask a question, the person with the ID, "It's so scary when school starts," continued. "I'll come and stay at your house for a few days. You're lucky, but after getting off the plane, you're nowhere to be seen." Do you know that I helped you tidy up everything? I've been busy all day. Good guy, now the bed is warm for you. Are you leaving it here to play with me and disappear? Who is this? What does it mean that the bed has been warmed up for you? Xiao Jingjing said with some jealousy. This is Zhai Liang, my college classmates. They are all my college roommates. At this moment, Slim Bag asked. Isn't that right, Zhai Liang? You two hasn't returned so late yet. And he even pulled a girl, something's wrong. And the person with ID, Dragon King 2001 also spoke up. Look, this girl doesn't even have a rank, she looks like a new account. Hey. This can't be you two's long-distance girlfriend, right? Seeing Xiao Jingjing's identity guessed, you two smiled and typed. Well, it's her. I'm at my girlfriend's house right now. Upon hearing this, Zhai Liang jumped up from the bed and said. Wow, I value sex over friends. Leave me alone to guard the empty room, right? Do you know that I only had a bucket of instant noodles tonight? I was hoping you had some conscience to bring me a late-night snack. He talks a lot, Xiao Jingjing said with a smile. Upon hearing this, you two smiled and nodded in agreement, then he slowly typed out a word. Open. Open. Zhai Liang said fiercely when he saw this cold and heartless word. You're so good, you two. I'm too lazy to even comfort you now. Just go ahead and watch me play you. After speaking, Zhai Liang began to match with a heavy emphasis, as if seeking revenge. Quickly, everyone entered the hero selection interface. You two, can you help me see what I should play? As she spoke, Xiao Jingjing handed her phone to you two. You two took the phone with ease and accidentally touched the delicate back of Xiao Jingjing's hand with his fingers. The latter seemed to be electrocuted, causing the hand that handed out the phone to suddenly retract, and when you two was helping Xiao Jingjing select heroes, he realized that Xiao Jingjing has already bought all the heroes and has almost taken over all the beautiful skins. You two couldn't help but ask. Jingjing, are you buying all heroes directly with a coupon? Yeah. Xiao Jingjing instinctively responded. Immediately after, she seemed to suddenly think of something, so she blinked and said. You won't blame me for being a spendthrift, will you? Looking at her charming eyes, you two couldn't complain, so he smiled and said, no. Oh, don't worry, besides, I am the spokesperson for the king. Spending some money in the game is like giving a discount on the king's endorsement fee. Your logic makes sense. As you two spoke, he flipped through the list of heroes and asked. Jingjing, where do you want to play? Upon hearing this, Xiao Jingjing said without hesitation. I want to play C. Undoubtedly a top-tier celebrity, when it comes to position C, both eyes shine brightly. Most people are beginners, and even if the other person wants to lose out, they will wave their hand to let them feel at ease and play auxiliary games, but when you two heard that Xiao Jingjing wanted to play in the C position, he immediately selected a shooter for Xiao Jingjing and said. Okay, let's play Baili show you in this game, and I'll use Zhuang Zhou to assist you. After sitting down with the second skill of Baili, there will be a red line. You just need to hide behind and use this line to aim at the enemy for consumption. I will use Zhuang Zhou's first skill to help you slow down. But don't forget, 100 miles can level A. Oh, good. As he spoke, you two helped Xiao Jingjing confirm the 100-mile commitment. When assembling the inscriptions and equipment, he found that Xiao Jingjing didn't do much with the inscriptions, so he continued. After finishing the game, I'll help you with the inscriptions as well. For now, just get a basic set of physics and a set of spell inscriptions. After speaking, Yu Tu returned his phone to Xiao Jingjing, while he quickly chose Zhuang Zhou, and the other three people saw the hero confirmed by Yu Tu and exclaimed in surprise. I'm not mistaken. How could Yu Tu, who has been carrying for thousands of years, voluntarily go to play as an assistant? Wow, this is true love. Zhai Liang said angrily, next, hit me as a shooter. Entering the game interface, Zhuang Zhou of YouTube directly led by Li Shouyu along the development path, and Zhai Liang, who chose Zhuge Liang as the center runner, couldn't help but complain when he saw that Zhuang Zhou had not followed him since the beginning of the game. Hey! You're so good, YouTube. You didn't even come over to help me grab the second level of this single at the beginning. After listening, YouTube didn't free his hand to type, so he simply opened the microphone and said in a low voice. My girlfriend is a beginner and I'm afraid she'll get lost, so I'll hold her hand. Yo, dare to open the microphone. Come on, listen to me talk about the pain of lovesickness. However, after U2 said a word, he turned off the microphone and didn't give Zhai Liang a chance. Hello, U2. Hello. Zhai Liang shouted twice, but seeing that U2 did not respond, he directly activated the signal harassment. Please turn on the microphone to communicate. Please turn on the microphone to communicate. P.S. Seeking flowers, seeking evaluation tickets, and seeking all data support. Thank you all.